She's certified freak. 10 years a week. Oh yes. The way she's moving got me crazy, got me weak.
This is the K-Pop Cast, and in this episode, we discuss the ongoing civil war between Hybe and Min Hee-jin over who gets to claim control over the future destiny of New Jeans. And the one-year hiatus for New Jeans coming out of this discussion and the ongoing legal dispute and battles from the Civil War. Plus, we talk about New Jeans' Pharrell collaboration on their upcoming Japanese single. Stray Kids have been hit with racism at the Met Gala. And we also talk about SM Entertainment allegedly debuting a new British boy group according to their Q2, Q4 filings and projections.
We also share comebacks from Aespa, Triple S, Big Matthew, Hyuna, Zero Base One, and Bad Villain. Oh yeah, and RM, BTS RM, our boy, yeah.
And we give lots of other unsolicited opinions on these matters to get us canceled with fandoms. So sorry, armies. And incel K-pop fans. And
speak for yourself, Peter. Peter gives unsolicited, salacious opinions. And you know what I really enjoyed about our discussion today is that we had a special guest with us. None other than DJ John in the building.
Thank you so much. This is always a pleasure, all the time.
And we got to hear, I just love how we got to hear from DJ John about, just behind the scenes DJ booth kind of things, like what it takes to be a good DJ at a gig. Like, it's, spoiler alert, it's not just putting a Spotify playlist on and letting songs go. Like, right. He shares the real tea, the real advice.
DJ John, do you ever get people coming up to you being like, oh, how do you do your playlist? Like, as if we plan it out song by song in advance and we just roll up and we hit play. Like, do you ever get that?
No, because when people see me mix, it's like they realize that I'm doing something more than just playing songs. Some people are just ignorant, but then they'll ask, like, here's an example. People are like out of it to the point where one person asked me the song, they requested the song I just played. The next person asked me for the song that was playing. And then the next person asked me for the song I was about to play.
Yeah.
So people are out of it, seriously. And that actually happened to me at a gig last Tuesday. Someone came up to me and said, hey, do you have Rock Lobster? Because we're doing this thing with a lobster. And I go, you mean the song that's playing?
Ooh.
You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, what? Hey, come on. So, what, Peter, why do you ask that? Just because it's annoying?
Well, there's the comment about being a Spotify DJ. And I think a lot of people think like that's all it is, that you're just
let's look at the technology.
Yeah.
I'll tell you that, like, back when the record days, when everybody had a turntable and knew how records worked and you had to like do this with a needle, everyone had respect for the DJ that was actually mixing and doing something because everyone was on the same playing field. And as soon as like it went digital in the early 2000s, that's when people were just like, oh, he's just pushing a button, But you got to just take it back with the video, with your, just like take it back, Peter. You know what I'm saying?
I don't know. People come up to me and say like, wow, you really look like you're concentrating like really hard on what you're doing. I'm like,
you gotta get on the mic and just thug it. Like, watch some Funkmaster Flex videos of him in concert, or just like really Kid Capri. Just watch these guys do some. And I mean, you're in the Bay, so it's just like go to some of these parties where they do that. I can't wait to get out there to see some of those parties, just because it's like, and you'll pick up a bunch of stuff. He's yawning. He's just like, yeah,
no, it's not no comment on you, but okay. But before we get into all those topics, don't forget to join us on the K-Pop Cast Slack and help chip in for editing costs. Link to those in the episode description. A link to our Ko-Fi link where you can chip in funds for editing is there.
And now for our hit replays.
What's up? I'm DJ John. I'm in the building.
Hey, this is Stephanie.
I'm DJ Peter Lowe, and Hit Replays are our K-pop song recommendations. So kick us off, DJ John. What's your K-pop hit replay?
All right. Well, I had to pick the most obvious one. Of course, RM's Come Back to Me. Gazillion views in 2 seconds. And here we go. Everybody knows. If you don't, I don't know, you better ask somebody. Kim Namjoon, aka RM, the main rapper and leader of BTS. RM stands for Rap Monster, which he kind of
not anymore. He retconned that.
Real Me.
Yeah, he retconned.
Formerly known as Rap Monster.
Formerly known as Rap
just
Monster.
Simply RM, because
RM. Okay.
I think for whatever reason he realized Rap Monster was a little bit cringe, so he changed it. Yeah.
I like it. Oh, I'm disappointed.
What are you gonna do?
Yeah.
But that was back in like 2018 or something, right?
Not
And then
before
you just-
that.
Okay.
Wow.
Like 2014, 2015, yeah.
But to catch
that he
everybody-
retconned it? I don't know. I think it was probably 2018. You're right, yeah.
So to just catch everybody up, he's not in the building because he did military service in last November. He's going to be out till next year, November, I guess, right? Because 2 years. And he's got a very eclectic musical history outside of BTS. He was working with, a bunch of different people. But the reason why it's a hit replay is because it's literally a hit record because it's a BTS person. And I replayed it a lot. Anyway, the song
Just giving
is
us the real hard-hitting truth here on the K podcast.
These are my thoughts about the song, the actual song and the video. The song by itself sounds like Sesso Neon. Do you know? Soyoon from he did a record with Soyoon last year, and Sesso Neon is like an indie rock kind of vibe.
Yes.
It's like Sonic Youth. They're really good.
Yep.
But this record has the same. It's not produced by them, I don't think, but maybe it has same session players. I'm not sure, but it has that same feel, that indie rock kind of progressive rock, 70s yacht rock almost feel. And
Yacht rock.
yeah, almost, because it's really like just groovy. And the video is different because it's got this surreal quality to it. Have you guys have all seen it, right, or no?
I liked the video. Yeah.
Yeah, because it's just trippy. I don't know if you saw this movie called what's it called? I'm not sure. It's like just the way that it was filmed was like, this film called The Father, which starred Anthony Hopkins, and it depicts dementia, which it does it very interestingly. It's using special effects, and when I was watching the video, I was just, this is kind of like that kind of feel. But also, I don't know if you've seen Vonnegut's incarnation of the movie of Slaughterhouse 5. They do the same kind of thing where he's in this time period, he's in the war, but then all of a sudden he's somewhere else. And it just like the transitions are kind of the same. And the video is real existential because it's like, it depicts him just going through different things in life, maybe different scenarios, different, I don't know, just
It's
scenes.
like different lives he could have lived, parallel universes or something.
But then he revisits all of those lives and he's happy because in the beginning he's not happy with any of them, and then toward the middle and the end he figures it out and he's happy with them. But then at the end of the video, they kind of he finds I think another person who is maybe going through the same thing as he is, and they kind of walk out. Excuse me. They walk out together. And the camera pulls back and you can see that it's a giant set with all of the scenes that are all constructed in the video, and they're just going to walk outside. So, you can take that for however you want it, however you want.
How do you interpret it?
I interpret it like, that it could be interpreted as a metaphor for social media, that none of the things that we experience are actually real. And if we would just go outside and talk to each other, maybe, we would be not so unhappy. That's kind of how I interpreted it. And, but maybe not entirely, because it was nebulous enough that it was like, you can like really come away thinking 1,000 different things from what it is, because it's art,
Yeah.
What did you think?
I think RM is definitely like the big deep brain thinker of BTS for sure. I think
he thinks
if
he
you like.
is.
Oh, he's not that deep, Stephanie.
Oh boy.
Listen to what she.
I think maybe Suga is a little bit deeper,
more
philosophically,
profound.
politically.
I see.
But I digress.
What? Why do you say that? Like, you didn't think it was all that deep. You were just like, okay, cool special effects. That's about it.
I thought, yeah, he was just sitting and thinking about what are all the different lives I could be leading right now. It's kind of like that everything everywhere all at once idea.
Yeah.
That if you just made a different choice in childhood, you could be like married to this person. You could have a kid right now. You could be fighting in a hotel room with this lady. And
but then he's like having fun, like, you know, like he's unhappy in the beginning, but then he revisits all those scenes and he's having fun and he seems happy. So
yeah, it's all about perspective. Like once it has a kind of Christmas Carol element to it. Like once he went around to, you know, see the ghost of Christmas past and all of that, then he became grateful for the present life or for all of the lives, and he could go back and be happy. So it felt like a familiar kind of story that we see.
Yeah.
Stephanie, I think you just need to use bigger. Stephanie, if you just use like some bigger words and you turn that into like a 10-minute monologue music video, not music video, explanation video, then I think you do really well in certain circles.
Thank you. Yeah, I'm aware.
You know, you can make it sound like more than it actually is. Sorry.
Yeah.
You know, I would like to say something about reaction videos because I kind of wanted to see what other people were thinking. And really, unless you guys saw something that I didn't, ain't nobody really say anything about it. They were just like They're like, oh, look, it's in color. Or, oh, look, wow, that was cool. And then there's just no discussion like, hey, this is what I thought of that.
Because someone took like
that's why we keep going
English
with the K-pop cast.
I know.
This is our role.
Is it
our
serious?
lane with nobody in it?
Yeah, but we're not.
Why isn't there nobody in it?
No.
Why is there nobody in this lane? I mean, really?
Like I'm certain all the Army podcasts are out there like dissecting this, and I haven't looked, but I'm certain that they're looking into it.
All
and
right.
I like if we were to apply like an 8th grade honors English review of this, I'm sure we can dissect all the symbols and metaphors and meanings here. And I'm sure that'd be valuable to armies. I don't know. But I think we're speaking very honestly and candidly right now.
Yes.
I don't feel like making that effort for what to me is like a pretty forgettable song. Really cool music video. I love the concept and the aesthetic.
Me too.
And certainly like, you know, tapping, you know, thinking deep here. What does that mean where you like tap where you're like,
You're tapping into subconscious?
forget it. Anyway, but like it's big brain time, right? Like that's what it's trying to be. And I don't know.
I don't know about y'all. I don't know. I don't agree, man. Like I was haunted by that video. I thought it was really impactful. But you know, to each their own. That's art.
Yeah.
It's all good.
That's
Great.
what it should be. Yeah.
And this is why, each of us has our hit replay.
Yes. Let's move on.
Okay. Yeah. Before I get in more trouble with the armies for saying that.
Yeah,
Doing an army event in a couple of weeks,
God.
and now let me just get in trouble with all of them.
Ill-timed.
You can have an opinion. Whatever. People can grow up. Come on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you're next. Your hit replay shocked me. I'm surprised Stephanie picked this one.
What?
Go ahead.
Okay. All right. I want to hear why.
I was not expecting you to pick this one, but yeah.
My hit replay is Girls Never Die by Triple X.
Yeah.
And I want to know why you're surprised about it. But first, a little bit about the artist. Triple S, also known as SSS or Social Sonyo Soul, is a 24-member group under Mod House Entertainment. They debuted a little over a year ago with 10 members, but this song is their first release with all 24 members on it. I actually did not know they had this many members until I watched this here music video and saw all of them dancing. I was like, wow, they have a lot of backup dancing. No, this is the group. So a little bit more about them. They're kind of interesting. Triple S aims to be the world's first decentralized K-pop idol group. You know, me as a
inspired by
leftist
cryptocurrency,
anarchist,
it sounds like.
my piques my interest. But the members will rotate between the group, subunit, and solo activities as chosen by fans, and fans communicate with the group and like vote on what they're gonna do using NFT photo cards called objects, with spelled OBJEKTS. And so I thought, where have we heard of Mod House before? And I looked them up, and I remember hearing about them during the Luna contract scandal. It actually turned out that a few of the Luna members, Heejin, Jinsol, Kim Lip, and Cherry, signed contracts exclusively with Mod House after they won their lawsuit against BlackBerry Creative. And then those members have been reborn as Artemis. So that's just a little bit of background research on the label that has now come out with Triple S, who are doing really well, I think. Pretty successful group. Now the song, Girls Never Die, I just remember going through all of the new releases of the week and honestly not feeling that impressed by what I was seeing. Like none of the new songs coming out was really catching my attention, but this one right away, the melody, the hook, the la la la. I was like, okay, somebody put some effort into making this one catchy, and someone put some effort into adding some understated swag to the choreo. It's hard to make 24 members look effortless, to look like they have swag and that they're not like, you know, a conforming army like that, robotic, right? So I was just impressed by the production and the quality of it and how it stayed in my head. And then as I started to watch the music video, I realized, oh, okay, they're trying to touch on some mental health topics here. The plot seems to address the issue of teenage depression and maybe even suicidal ideation. Right away, you see the girls in a cemetery surrounding a gravesite. There are crows. Sometimes the crows are dead and like falling on the ground. I was like, ooh, this is serious. And so I wondered what they're saying about it. And I appreciated that the message they came around to in the second half of the song was that if we're feeling sad, we need community. We need other people, our friends and family, as support to help us get through that hard time. So it wasn't just a, don't be sad, get glad message. It was, here's how we need to come together as community. So I just appreciated all of those elements, and it made the song stand out for me. And it made me go check out the album, which has like even more goodness. So go check out Triple S Assemble 24, their new album, and I think you'll be impressed as well.
I was too. I agree with that. I love that album. It's like R&B. It's got a lot of stuff. It's got a lot of good stuff in it.
They're like they're in that lane with Kiss of Life now for me. And I'm like, hey, we could use even more groups doing this style.
Uh-oh, I heard Peter say something.
Oh, I heard
I think
a
Kiss of Life
groan
has
somewhere
a
in the
separate
distance.
swimming lane. I mean, they're obviously very close to their label mates, Artemis and all the other Luna spin-off groups.
Luna spin-offs, yeah.
Which like Odd-Eyed Circle and whatnot. Which is why it struck me as a surprise, Stephanie, that you picked this, because this is like Aegyo, all these short, petite girls, all the same height. Hey now, I was surprised that. But
I like a petite girl.
After I said that,
anyways,
wait a second.
Okay,
just as much as the next.
Like as you said that, I thought, Sure.
I know what you, Peter. I know what you're saying. I mean, Stephanie, you usually pick like boy groups, don't you? For the most part,
I do.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's the only reason why I was just.
I usually
boy
pick boy
groups
groups
are
or like male R&B
Yeah.
solos or something.
Yeah. That's fine. I mean, like, what made this one different?
But taking
than the
boy
others?
girl groups out of it, it was just more the aegyo innocent concept. I wasn't expecting stuff to latch onto. But obviously, as you don't,
I do tend to pick more mature.
Right, and that's what you latched it onto with
Yeah.
this story here. By the way, after I said that, right before the jump, I realized, now wait a minute, wasn't there an episode like years ago where Stephanie picked a hit replay by Luna? And you did. I just checked really quick. You picked
did.
Luna's Go On One and Only, whatever year that came out. Like, I'm looking at YouTube, 2018. So whenever we did an episode then, you picked that as your hit
Oh
replay.
my God.
So
Interesting.
This is
It's
not
probably
unprecedented
Butterfly.
for Stephanie
Butterfly.
to take a Luna song.
Luna has like a female fan base. Twice has a male fan base, and I wonder what
No,
you know.
I
I
don't
wonder
know.
what Triple S has.
That may be true where you are, John, but like here in the Bay Area, like
Yeah.
twice appeals to all ages, or all
Well,
ages, all
no, but
genders, all.
That's because they're huge. I'm not talking about that. I'm just talking about like, what they're notorious for. Because when I was looking up like fan bases and stuff, it always said like Twice has a male dominated fan base, and I was like, okay, but I'm sure, but they're so big that I know what you're saying.
Yeah. It may vary by region, right? Like I'm sure domestically they've got a largely male fan base, but
For the record,
Also,
about
what I think
once
is really
every
interesting-
2 to 3 years, I do pick an Aegyo hit replay just to keep all y'all on your
That's
toes.
what it is.
You might, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
okay, there you go.
No, sometimes I
But-
just
but I
I'm
was
an
gonna say,
open-minded person. Okay.
Yeah.
One year I chose "Oh My Girl Dun Dun Dance." Do you remember?
That's a jam
Everyone was shocked.
because it's a bop.
Oh, that's
It
right.
is.
Yeah, Dun, Dun, Dance, yeah, that-
Exactly.
That's
I
a good.
know
That
a
was a catchy
bop when I
song
hear
of that year.
Okay, just wanted to set the record straight.
Okay. You didn't have to. You didn't have
right.
to. We were just curious as to why you chose. There's no judgment. I wasn't judging. Was Peter? Were you judging?
Well, hang on.
Judge.
Yes.
So-
You better not be.
The other thing I was going to say about Luna fandom. Sorry, I just like saying stuff that like gets us in trouble with like all the fandoms. So let me make a
You
gross
do.
generalization here. So Luna fandoms, like it seems like we've got these like two very opposite ends of the spectrum in terms of demographics. You've got the gays, the LGBTQ like plus crowd, and then you have incel males who are like really into
Ooh,
Luna for some
That
reason.
is a spectrum. For some reason, huh?
Incel male. Like what for Luna?
For Luna.
Geez,
And maybe
you're really-
Luna spin-off groups like Triple S.
Huh. What do you? Is
I
that
mean-
based on
Based
facts
off
or
of
just?
this is based off of like Peter Lowe anecdotal reactions at gigs,
You're, like,
who's
judging the
asking or
people in
requesting
your
songs and who's
audience.
dancing to these songs.
Oh, just
Wow.
from like gigs and stuff.
I'm not judging them. I'm happy for them, but just in terms of who
You're like,
vibes to the song.
That's an
right? Like,
incel. You have
if
like a
play,
clipboard and you're like, check.
Huh. Peter.
Wow. Look out, everybody who goes to Peter's
Anyway,
show. He's taking data on you and putting you in the incel
Yeah.
or not.
oh, but there's also the census
Incel or
every year
gay.
for the Bay Area count.
One day that list will be released.
Yeah. Okay,
All
I
right,
should
anyways.
stop talking about that now. Yeah.
Oh no, you can't
I
stop
know.
now.
You just started it.
Okay. All right. Well, Peter, yeah, we'll let you off the hook because I really want to hear about your hit replay. What is it?
Yeah, if the listeners haven't already started spamming the comments now.
The listeners
by
haven't
voting
turned us
Peter
off.
after the show.
Well, you say that you get comments and stuff. Where are these comments? Where are they?
It's usually like direct DMs who are like, Peter, stop talking over your female guests. Or like, Peter, like, what else do I do? Like, oh my God.
I do think
like,
most of our
how could
complaints
you say
name
this song
Peter.
is not?
I
Yeah.
feel like it's when two people may say something and that's
No,
it.
it's a healthy spectrum
It's
of
not
listeners
that
who are
many.
just turned off by me in particular.
It's like a low volume,
Anyway.
but out of those comments, they all name Peter directly.
Wow.
It seemed to be
Anyways,
the
Peter,
common
we love
denominator.
you. Might
Okay,
as well.
let's get on to the show. I don't think the
Never
listeners really care about
change.
this banter. Let's talk about, yeah, whatever.
Your hit replay.
Okay, so my hit replay. My hit replay comes in the vein of Baby Monster, XG, maybe NMix might also fall into this category. But here comes a new challenger. It's Big Planet Made, aka BPM, not beats per minute. Their new girl group, Bad Villain, and their song Plus 82, like the area code dialing into Korea, Plus 82 official.
아마오니냐 불수도 캐릭터 전부동 같던 내 수도 pull up and carry my level to those 참치지 말라고 미래를 who knows 나도 날 몰라 겨울에다 물어 like hey you got it tracking the code damn too easy 절벽을 불집으로 만들어버리지 머리 좀 지워봐 걸리적거리니까 의자되면 너 잊지 버리니까 spin the blah 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 감히 나랑 competition 은 원해 I bet it you don't wanna I bet it you don't wanna smoke 지어해 지어서 그만 할 말 없으면 난 바쁘니까 해만 goodbye
So I was trying to poke around for the quick and easy Wikipedia article on this group. And it doesn't look like there's actually much out there. They're to irritate Jason, but they might be what you call a Nugu group.
Oh no, Jason's turning over.
Yeah. So they are a 7-member group. That was me counting the individual members who appeared in the music video. And they kind of came out of nowhere. I mean, they had a few promotional teaser trailers, but I don't think there was a ton of fanfare behind their drop just because like BPM or Big Planet Made isn't as venerable of like a big four, big whatever number we're at label or a Hybe label nowadays. So it's a hit replay for me because it's got a Jersey Club-ish beat. It's a girl crush banger clanger, and I can see it going over exceptionally well with K-pop dance cover teams.
Yes.
So I just like the attitude. Girl
Nice.
crush, Jersey Club, banger clanger.
Sometimes it's hard to categorize the songs because they're hybrids of so many different things at once.
Yeah.
But Jersey Club, I mean, it's just because it's doom 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 because of that.
Yeah,
Or-
like the what, either like 82 or like 160 beats per minute
But
sort
then
of
it
thing.
turns into drum and bass all of a sudden, and then it turns into UK garage all of a sudden.
You could
Well,
garage.
that's
Yeah.
K-pop.
I know.
There's no coherence to
Yeah.
it. They're just like, ooh, we like this, we like
I
this.
know.
Put
I know.
it together.
Sounds
Why not?
good. Might as well.
It's jumping on the trends.
Might as
you know,
well.
what's-
Why
what's
not?
popular.
I like
Yeah.
it, and I like
What
that they're
gets people going.
pushing into
Yeah.
hip hop territory. Yeah, with their dancing and also with Hurricane. Their other, I think that one came out
Hurricane,
first,
yeah,
right?
their
Hurricane
other-
performance.
Oh yeah.
It did. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but 82.
They're going all in on
plus
Girl
82
Crush
is a
swag.
better song.
Yeah, but I like the Hurricane performance. The dancing, the facials. Yeah.
All right, so let's move on. So every week we also talk about the top songs, most covered K-pop songs of the week. Brought to you by kpopdances.com. So coming in at number 10, most covered K-pop dance song is Le Sserafim Perfect Night. That song is still popular. Still, Dijon, I don't know what it's like in your neighborhood, but like I just had a gig this Saturday and people were requesting that song all night long. So that the song is still very popular. Up next, Aespa Drama. That song will not leave the list. Everyone loves to dance to that one. Number 7. Yeah, number 7 is NCT Smoothie, Stephanie's favorite song.
Stephanie loved that
no.
song.
I
Wait,
not
I counted
really
this
hate
wrong.
it.
Smoothie is number 8. Smoothie is number 8. Drama number 9. Number 9. Smoothie number 8. And then number 7, we've got Ive, Hey Ya. And then at number 6,
Okay.
we've got TXT Deja Vu. Yeah. Well, I expect
Is
TXT to be
Hey
a
Ya
little
new
higher,
on
but
the
that's
list?
okay. Somewhat new. I played it this last weekend, and people seem to like it. Yeah, they were maybe even a little surprised I played a new song. And then number 5, we
Did
got
you mix
Let's
it with
from
No Diggity?
Slot. No, I should have.
Next time.
DJ John, you're going to do that next. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
Number 4, we've got Les Seraphim Easy, of course. That song is super popular. And then number 3, Midas Touch. I can even do the dance to Midas Touch. And then also I know the dance to the top 2, not the top 1. So, okay, what would you guys guess is number 1 and number 2 for this week?
I don't know.
You know for sure
Magnetic.
there's definitely one. Yes, Magnetic. And where is Magnetic rank? Number 1 or number 2?
Number 1?
Stephanie says number 1.
Yeah, you got it, Stephanie. That's right. Magnetic
Yeah.
continues to kill the charts.
What does
at
she
90
win?
Oh, my streak continues.
gratitude of winning.
Just eternal glory.
Yeah,
Eternal glory.
yeah. You seem to always get it right, Stephanie. Can you guess what's number 2? What's
Yeah,
number 2 on the list?
Oh, no, I don't know. Give me a clue.
It's a expletive, but not a dirty one.
What?
It's just it's
a
an
girl
exclamation.
Group. It's a girl group.
It's an exclamation. If somebody just like upsets you, you say it. Yeah, there you
Sheesh.
Yeah, there you go. Okay, so
Sheesh.
yeah,
Thank you.
sheesh.
Very helpful.
go. Sheesh.
Sheesh. Yeah.
Sheesh.
Okay.
Yeah, the way they say it.
Sheesh.
Sheesh.
I mean, it sounds like the Golden Girls or something.
And those two songs
Sheesh.
mash up well together.
You're right. Like,
Sheesh.
sheesh.
Picture Sicily. All right, sorry.
Okay, so that's it for K-pop dance covers of the week. So again, Magnetic was at 94 covers. Sheesh was at 74 colors.
Peter, can I ask you a
covers.
question?
Yeah.
So when you're DJing in the club and stuff, how many dance crews come out? Is it a lot, or like what's the percentage?
It depends on the night. It depends on the theme, and it depends if the dancers were officially invited to perform.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
But
If they're not officially invited,
So
they don't.
I
come.
would. Sometimes they will.
just say it's a K-pop event that, like, you know, you're going somewhere where they don't usually have those or something, and you're not inviting anybody special. It's just K-pop you're going to play. What would you say the percentage of
It's a
dancers
lot
and
lower,
stuff?
but I would say even having just one team turns out more dancers just because they support their friends and whatnot.
That's cool because it's a community.
Yeah.
Nice.
Okay, so moving on. Hot issue, Hallyu Thing. Looks like I'm going first. So the hot issue or Hallyu Thing, this is where we just kind of gush or share that thing in like the Hallyu world that we just want to talk about on the air. So you guys let me cheat and you let me say 2 things this week. So my first thing is we need merchandise for us, like, 30, 40-year-olds who have higher income and don't want like teenager budget trinkets. Like I don't know if you can see it on video here. Like I've got
shame,
my
no
collectible
judgment.
like my Dynamite BTS Lego set here, my collectible. But I think we need like more premium merchandise for us who have more money to spend that is tasteful, that adults can have or wear or use, that doesn't hit you over the head with like aegyo teenage girls and then people question your morals or or just like a cute fan.
This sounds
cute
like a
boy,
personal
you know?
problem
It's like,
for you, Peter.
Stephanie, you guys are hilarious. You guys are hilarious.
well, I don't even want that stuff, right? I'm just saying, like,
Right.
No, you're
of the
onto something.
merchandise.
You just have no
made
other
out
You're
choice.
there.
totally onto something, and it's like I bet, like it's money. Like they could just like sell certain types of jewelry or certain like eyewear or just
Yeah.
like rings or watches or just whatever else,
And
and they
I-
could really tap into that.
Right. So, and Michaela, we were talking about this very topic on one of our prep calls, and she was like, "Oh, well, isn't that the point of like Louis Vuitton and like maybe these other like premium high-end luxury brand deals?" I suppose yes, but I still want something that gives like a very not obvious, but still a nod to K-pop, right? So like if I had spectacles that maybe just had like a very subtle like 17 like logo in the corner or something, like, so like
Right,
not
exactly.
like patently obvious to like everyone.
Tasteful, classy.
It would work.
Tasteful, yeah.
Just like, I mean, you could have like high end, like, BTS sunglasses that are just like, $1,000 sunglasses or whatever, or some crazy Ray-Bans or something, or certain types of gear that, if you spend, I don't know, $400 on a jacket or more, or $1,000 on a jacket, you could put like somebody's logo to, like you said, tastefully.
Something that like
That would work.
K-pop.
My mom
K-pop
has a
fans
piece
would
of
get.
merch. Yes, it's like if you know, you know.
Yeah,
If
exactly.
you spot it, it's like,
And then
ooh,
it's just like,
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, some of it is like merch, like that you would get if you like work for the crew or something, like a tour jacket that's a real, a Letterman jacket that just has a little embroidery like right here or something. But, then people
Yeah.
are like, well, who's that guy? You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
somebody would probably spend $5,000 on something like that. And it's weird that they don't you're right, Peter. Like but you're going to come up with this idea and then make none of the money. And you got to like, gotta like somehow pioneer it and then also keep all
whatever.
the dough.
Well, I mean, this is why
I was
all
gonna
those,
say
like,
that I like
Etsy
this
makers
purse that
and-
my mom has. I don't know where she got it, but my mom has this black purse that, like, on first glance, it looks like it could be like a Louis Vuitton knockoff or something. It's just black, but then the brand, the logo is like in that checker pattern, kind of like Louis Vuitton or Coach does, just embossed on the black like leather. But when you look closely, it's the
Oh.
BTS logo. It's like the
So
double.
that's a bootleg?
Yeah.
Is it a?
I was like,
is
ooh,
it?
where'd you get that? I mean, well, I don't know. I don't know where she got it, but it's definitely not like a Louis Vuitton or something. Somebody
Interesting.
made it.
Yeah,
with
it's all these
the
like
BTS
Etsy merchants,
logo. But it's
and
it's
sellers.
functional.
Yeah.
It's understated, and like you have to look at it a little bit. Like, ooh, that says
Interesting.
BTS.
Yeah, I really think that
I like
would be
it.
an easy thing for them to do. I mean, if they're already doing these brand, deals where they're, I don't know, like Revlon or whoever, they should just like put their logos on there.
Yeah, how are they
Yeah.
not on this already?
Unfortunately, it's only going to be the unofficial bootleggers and makers who are going to be
Canal
doing this
Street.
stuff, and
Right.
and who are going to be hijacking the official IP to make this category.
True.
But unfortunately, I hate to say it, a lot of the makers don't make premium quality stuff. So
No,
like
yeah,
I
yeah,
would
no.
pay a premium for like well produced, high quality merchandise
high
that
quality.
is tasteful.
That would be cool. Yeah, me too.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. So my second thing, sorry for cheating, and also this is maybe trigger warning. Trigger warning death. Sorry.
Ooh.
Okay, we'll put that out, and I don't know at what point what advice would give to listeners who tune back in, but I had a gig this last weekend, or yesterday actually. It was a celebration of life event where evidently I hadn't known this, but someone who had been going to a lot of my gigs wanted me to celebrate this person's life who just passed away recently. And so, I did that private event, and I was talking to the partner of the person who passed away. And she was saying that she was named this one gig that we were at together. And she was saying like, oh yeah, this person was going up to you and asking, raising the phone, asking like, hey, play like, New Jeans, Hype Boy, or, and she was talking about how she's like, yeah, well, DJ Peter Lowe, he's not a Blink. He's more of an Army than he is a Blink. And just hearing all that, discussion. But I think there's a lot of things that stood out to me from that celebration of life event. But in particular, and maybe a personal reflection that I have coming out of this and thinking to that moment where she was pointing it out to me, like, yeah, they were pointing, holding the phone and requesting the song New Jeans Hype Boy. There are so many moments like that, and DJ John, I'm sure you get that as well, where it's like just these small things that make these defining moments in our lives, and those moments are fleeting. And it could be as small as just playing like a K-pop song request that you were probably going to play already.
Right.
But it's like appreciate every K-pop moment, even if it is just the small stuff. So
Totally.
that's my other one thing I just wanted to share.
That's awesome. Cause you never know.
Wow,
Yeah,
thank
you're
you for
right.
sharing.
You never know where people are coming from. Everyone's got their own lives, and you could really make a difference just by just like a small thing like playing somebody's request. Obviously, if it's somebody that's coming up multiple times in the night and asking for stuff, it's kind of like you got to let people do their job. But one, that's cool, And rest in peace to that person that used to go to your gigs. That's sad to hear that, but I'm glad that they had fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I
Trigger
really
warning
like
over.
the concept
Oh,
of
sorry.
celebration
Yeah.
of life as well. Yeah. Yeah, I just wanted
Yeah,
to say
it
that.
was a really great event. It was really. I had never met this person, or apparently I did, but there's a lot of people
Right.
at these gigs,
Right.
and you don't know everyone's name, but it was really fun hearing about this person's life through everyone else at that event. Okay, so trigger warning over. Stephanie, what's your hot issue Hallyu thing?
Hot issue Hallyu thing. I wanted to talk about the one and only BM, Big Titty Gang, bad boy,
Yeah.
Big Matthew from Card. Yeah, you know what gang he runs with. Right. So first off, he announced on X or Twitter a while ago that he's going on tour, and that it's going to be an 18 plus tour. He said, leave the kids at home, leave the babies at home. Like this grown folks event. Okay. So I was intrigued. I was like, ooh, okay. And he's coming out with a solo album. So what's that looking like? Because I think I might have picked as my hit replay Card's Cake
Oh yeah.
a while ago, because of the performance of him specifically, like his dancing and the grinding that was going on. I was like, oh yes, give me more. And so I was excited for his solo project here. He released title track Nectar featuring Jay Park. And I've been following him on TikTok, so I see that he's into the Afro beats, the Amapiano, and doing the TikTok dance challenges and stuff. And he likes, the Dark of the Berry. He's into that. And so I'm not surprised that he came out with an Afrobeat song in Nectar. I like the beat. He looks really good. And there's something that irked me about it that I just had to get off my chest, that he could not resist the temptation to try and sing and make sounds in an accent that is not his own. I just have to, it would be so much better if he would sing in just his regular ass American voice. Than to try to sound like Burna Boy or somebody going,
He's just copying. What are you gonna do?
But
He's a kid.
yeah, he's just copying. He's having fun with it. He's a big kid. Yeah, I'm totally no shame, no offense. He's having fun. It just slightly dampens
'Cause it's a
my
little cringe?
like
What
of
do you
this
think?
of the song. It's a tiny bit cringe. It's kind of like that run away that we heard. I don't know. Yeah, just as a black fan, I guess I'm hyper vigilant on stuff like that. Like there's a fine line, And I have to give it to Jay Park, who featured on the song. Jay Park sounds like he always
He knows
does.
better. He's not gonna do that.
Yeah, but Jay Park himself, if you listen to his
King of Appropriation.
his pre JYP split voice in interviews versus after. Even a little bit after, he sounded like just a normal speaking, kid from Seattle, right?
Right.
But you can tell that he's put up a character in his speak, even like purposely like getting his grammar incorrectly at times, just because I think he's trying to lean into that caricature. By the way, I just learned the term and I totally forgot the term. But there's Stephanie, maybe you know this. Sorry. Sorry for insinuating that you would know this. But there's this term to have a voice of like what white people think black people should sound like. So you have to assume that role of
Oh, what?
I'm totally forgetting the term. But it had something like it had
Ebonics?
No, it was something different. Like it was like really based in like early 20th century. Black scent is maybe what it means in a more modern context.
What are we talking about?
Minstrel, yeah. It's a minstrel. See, yeah, minstrel.
Oh,
yeah.
minstrel. Oh, yeah. Yeah. That's where it goes back to. Yeah. There's this stereotypical performance of blackness that's meant to
you mean like
make fun of.
Al Jolson back in the days? Like, oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's
all
not
the way.
good.
Yeah, taking it all the way back.
Wait, what, Peter? How are you tying this? I don't understand how that.
So in other words, like Jay Park, he's trying to, put on this blackness character, then he himself is.
But isn't that like what So Taiji did? I don't know. Like
So Taiji did that too.
So it's like that.
Yes.
Isn't that what the roots of K-pop are? It's just copying black music. It's literally copying black artists, black music, black songs, and maybe some rock thrown in there once in a while.
Yes.
But it's mostly hip hop and R&B. It's mostly soul.
Yes. And I still like it, and I still listen to it. Like both are true.
Some of it's produced well, and it's youthful, and kids are just having fun.
A lot of it is produced well. Like listen to other songs on the album. Like I was popping it. I was grooving to Motion, and there's a song in there called Bad Girl with Somin featuring Card. So I would still actually go see the show because it's going to be great live. He looks good. There's going to be a lot of my people in the audience. Yeah. Okay.
See, that's what I say on the radio all the time when I'm playing. I play hip hop and R&B usually on my commercial station, and then I talk about K-pop and how I DJ K-pop, and all the things that I'm saying is like if you're a fan of throwbacks and you're a fan of golden era hip hop, you should listen to K-pop because it's like there's a finite amount of hip hop and R&B that was made in the 80s and 90s, and K-pop is basically new stuff that's coming out of like those sounds. So if you like that stuff and you just want some new stuff that sounds like that, check out some K-pop. And people do, and then they're just like, something? You're right.
That's a great way to put it. That's how I describe it as well. Because, I have this conversation with black folks in my community who don't listen to K-pop fairly often. And they're like, so you have black music. So why would you, why not just listen to the original? Like, what do you see in K-pop? And it's like that's the only thing I have to tell them is that K-pop offers, it's like they took the torch of some of the old school R&B and soul and stuff, and they ran with that torch, and they're continuing in that lane. It's like a whole, just having access to another flavor, a world, a continuation of what we already love, but that is like not really being made anymore in the States.
Yeah, music in the States has gone a different direction. I mean, hip hop has not had a number one for a while. It's just, and what is it? Like WAP or like, bongos or something for hip hop. And then the rest is mumble rap and stuff. And I don't know. It's like, here's some stuff that's fun for the kids again,
What I think is really funny is there's stuff
so much rich material in the 90s.
There's stuff like, So Touching the Boys, which was in like early 90s, which was trying to be like maybe late
Cypress Hill.
80s hip hop.
Yeah.
Right. But and then you have today Young Posse, which is reinventing
the boom bap.
Oh yeah, gotta tie them
said Touching the Boys of the 90s. So you're seeing like a reverberated echo effect. Like, you know, this is like an interpretation of an interpretation, you know,
Right.
Of like maybe the original
Wow.
sound. But
boom bap is back. Boom bap hip hop is back
true.
because, like I said, there's no, I don't know, hip hop's not fun anymore. Like it's all just like so mean and depressed, and it's like it's like cell phone music. You know, it's just like, you know, it's just I was going to refer to this earlier. That book by Jonathan Haidt, Peter. If you haven't read it, you know what I'm talking about, Stephanie. It's called The Anxious Generation.
No.
And it's about the advent of the cell phone, and then the generation Gen Z, basically, who grew up inside of the cell phone. And, you know, there's things cited in it called like the great rewiring of your mind when you're going through puberty. And this is a generation that's grown up with just that from social platforms and like that. And it's like, to me, it's like the music is really reflecting that. And it's just this angsty, passive aggressive stuff that's the direction of, like, you know, American music now. And I feel like a lot of people are escaping that. And they, you know, whenever I play like high schools, they want throwbacks. So, you know,
that seems to be a trend, isn't it, John?
Really?
Like
they want like the dirty song from today, but then they want like Baby Got Back, and they want like fun, you know, like Tone Loc or something, you know. So
and DJ John, how did they hear about those songs? Is that through like TikTok, like Reels, making old
TikTok
songs?
has a lot to do with it. You mean like old school stuff, like
Yeah,
throwbacks?
Yeah.
Just like parents, because the music is so ubiquitous, it's everywhere. You know, like you can go into the supermarket and hear "Baby Got Back" now. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, and DJ John, I'm really curious what you're seeing and hearing, but like what I've heard from like other DJ associated forums is that like a lot of other DJs have been at least saying in these online spaces that the kids nowadays don't exactly dance.
Oh yeah, they're in their phone.
Yeah.
So they just kind of go to the party. Well, I mean,
Or they just wait
really?
for that moment where there's the meme, so to
yeah,
speak.
and then everybody does a thing, and then you have to make your cue point, so it just goes to exactly that part of the song. But it depends on the kind of DJ you are. You know, like if you're a good DJ, you can make people dance to anything because you're being fun and you're like, you know, using context and you're using like,
You're
you know, the
mixing it up.
music. If you know something about music theory, you know, and you're good at beat matching, and you're like, you can get people in a groove, and then they trust you, and then you can get people dancing. But a lot of the times with a lot of these Spotify DJs that just play songs or whatever, and they just go to the part of the song that they know is going to work because of trial and error, they're just kind of Forrest Gumping it, and then they kind of get good at like figuring out what the kids respond to. But it's not the same kind of DJing, you know. They're not really like showcasing their talent as a DJ. They're just playing songs, and I'm like, okay. And there's a lot of that also. That's why these people aren't really dancing, because the DJs aren't as good, Peter. Like, you know.
I don't know. I've seen DJs, K-pop DJs, DJ Channel Lad, K-pop specific DJs, who just slam mix it. You know, like
there's something to that. You got to pick your moment. That just means that you don't
What's
like
slam mix?
blend anything. You're not like mixing the beat into one into the other. You're just like boom, hitting it on the one and just like letting one go. And you know, Kid Capri, you know, old hip hop DJ, that's the way he used to do it. But that he did it well. Like, you know, he'd just be like, uh-oh, and then change the record and get on the mic and be like, put your hands up. But same thing with K-pop. If you slam mix, you know, and your mic game is good or whatever, you could probably make it work. But it's like, to me, it's like, you know, you got to pick your moments. Like, you can blend stuff because you got an interesting blend. Something's in key or something, like does a word play, it sounds good. But then, you know, like you're going to have that hour where people are just looking at you, and you just got to hit them with hits. And it doesn't matter what you do. You just slam it. Boom, 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 boom,
Just
over
hit
the
'em with
head.
hits.
And then they just go, yeah, you know.
I love it.
You know what I'm saying? Peter.
I love that.
Peter,
I could
you know,
listen
like
to
when
this
we
all
get
day.
together, we're gonna form like Voltron, and it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be crazy. I can't
Yes.
wait.
Well, it's a changing landscape over here, Jay John. I'll read you in more offline, but yeah,
We're gonna change it into something that's gonna be helpful.
we'll see.
No. I'm confident. That's the whole reason I'm moving out there.
Dang.
Yeah.
I'm not.
Low
you know,
expectations.
we're doing it. I'm investing
I
in
believe in
myself.
DJ
yes,
John.
thanks, Stephanie. I appreciate that. No, you know,
Yep.
we're gonna build an empire out there. I can't wait.
All right.
Should we talk
Yeah.
about Pharrell?
Okay.
Speaking
Your
of,
thing, DJ John.
Yeah,
What's your
okay.
thing?
I think,
Really quick. I just want to say,
What do you want to talk
it was
about?
really funny that DJ John said that like the foundations of K-pop, say Taiji and the Boys, like had its roots and like lifting from blackness, and I was thinking of you know that famous recording of what is like on one of the live like NBC countdown shows or whatever, like when say Taiji and the Boys did Come Back Home, and then they said. I am like a schoolgirl. I can't even say it on the mic here, but like they said like expletives, like
what?
you know what I'm talking about? You all know this reference?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh, yes.
I don't remember, but
I just think
okay.
there's something profoundly funny about that being the foundation
They were, yeah.
of all K-pop. So
They were just yelling
Oh yeah,
English
yeah, yeah. Oh,
cuss
yeah,
words.
Yeah. And they
talking
that-
about
yeah.
genitals.
because
Yep.
nobody really knew it. That's
Just
hilarious.
out
Because
with it.
that that's what their interpretation of
Yeah,
like
it's in another
I know.
language, so you can just say it.
I mean, I have a K-pop show on the community radio station out here because they let me do it, and it's like 90 minutes. And sometimes I listen to like Korean lyrics for some of like the hip hop songs, and I can't. There's no translation, and I'm not going to sit there and piecemeal throw things into Google Translate to see if somebody's cursing. So I'm sure I've let plenty of stuff. If somebody Korean was listening, they'd be like, "Yo, this is on the radio at
Oh, for
2 p.m."
sure.
Like, you know, so. I'm sure in Korea it was the reverse. If there was any Americans watching these shows, they'd be like, "What?" And
think
sometimes that happens, like with Jessie on one of those, you know. Yeah, I know it's hilarious.
Oh, yeah,
and they just
she'll
let it
curse
go
in
'cause
English.
nobody knows what's going on. So
Yeah.
it's funny.
Okay,
Yeah.
DJ John, your thing.
Yeah.
All right.
What's
So
your
speaking
Hallyu-
of blackness,
Okay.
so New Jeans and Pharrell are reportedly collaborating on a Japanese.
Pharrell.
Yeah, Pharrell Williams, of the Rump Shaker fame. I don't know why I said that, but that was his first. That was his first record. Did you know that? He produced Rump Shaker for
No,
Teddy
I
Riley,
didn't.
Rex and Effects. All I want to do is zoom, zoom,
for-
zoom. That was Pharrell.
No way.
Pharrell's first joint. Anyway, so Pharrell, best known for Happy from the Minions or whatever, but you know, part of the
God, yeah.
Neptunes, part of like a huge part of hip hop and R&B history in the 2000, like late 90s, 2000s. Khalees, you know, Milkshake, and all those records, is going to collaborate and write some stuff for New Jeans. I guess it's one song, but I can't wait. That's going to be crazy. That's like a, you know, that's like me finding out that Teddy Riley produced "Call Me Baby" by EXO. I did not know that. I was just like, why is this record so
Yeah.
dope? And then I found out it was Teddy Riley produced it,
Yep.
and I was like, oh, that's why.
You know why.
Crazy.
Yeah.
I know. So anyway,
I
I'm
love
looking
that.
forward to that new
Black
Jean-
people in the building.
Exactly. At least let's actually, like, instead of just copying black people, like invite some black people into the building. You know, like I'm friends with big shout out to my guy DJ Yachty in Baltimore. He's friends with like Rod Lee and Techniques and my guy Debonair Samir, who you know, the ETA record. That's Debonair Samir's riff, basically. He started that, and like, you know, a lot of Baltimore club, all of that tear the club up type of stuff, that's turned into Jersey Club now. But it's like these guys were the you know, when I get out there, that's one of the things I want to do, is I want to invite some of these dudes out to some of these K-pop things and have them spin and be like, this is where this comes from. We're gonna do the do-over, but it's gonna be K-pop style. I got plans, Peter. I got plans. Stephanie,
Ooh.
we're gonna make it happen.
Yes, I'm ready. Sign me up.
Yeah.
I'm going to get on the guest
What do you-
list
you're
right
gonna
now.
be like supervisor. What do you mean?
Oh, yes.
All right.
Woo.
Anyway,
I would
so
love
Stephanie's
was-
to.
that was
gonna
my
take a
Hallyu
cut of the door sales. So
Well, that's fine. That's fine. She
Yeah.
can be the promoter. We can work out a deal. It's all good. Yep.
Great.
Yep. Make it
Do a
worth it
little
for everybody.
kickback. Yeah. All right. I think that's it for Hot Issue Hallyu Thing. And so we are moving on to our Daebak or Not, which is our glass half full, glass half empty section, where we list a thing and then go around saying how we feel about it, whichever context or way we choose to interpret it. First up, is Daebak or Not Music Comebacks, because even if your last song was 2 weeks ago, it's called a comeback in K-pop. Ha ha ha. All right, here we go. First Daebak or Not Music Comeback is Aespa Supernova. I think Pilo, you want to talk about it, right?
Yeah, I had a lot of thoughts on this, and I asked for permission for us to go long on this item. So I think there's just a lot to unpack here, right?
Go ahead.
Like it. Let me just say, this
Yeah.
this song, this group feels like the last bastion for K-pop quirks. Like, you know, all the things that like make K-pop different and weird and silly and nonsensical. Like, this is the last bastion for all those things through SM Entertainment and in this song. So it's, you know, conceptually all over the place. There's so much going on. Like, there's no way you're going to get it, you know, on a first watch.
Right.
Like, you have to watch it multiple times because they just throw a lot at you. And the music goes in a lot of different places. You know, like, there's the One Direction for the main
It does.
pre-chorus, verses, and chorus of the song, and then there's the dance break, which, you know, completely takes in a different direction. And then I would just,
I feel like the whole song was already a dance break. And then I was like,
Yeah.
what? There's a dance break?
yeah.
Where are we going?
But it felt very iconically Aespa. Like, you know, this is their concept, their style, right down to, I mean, there have been many groups that have been doing this in the last like 2 to 4 years now. But, you know, Diesel brand aesthetic of like the 2000s version of imagining what futuristic clothing looks like. They've got on here. And they even do some very modern stuff where, like, I don't know if you've ever played around with like Stable Diffusion or one of these like text to image generators where this is a really popular meme format where you combine you ask a large language model like, hey, give me a script of like what some fictionalized characters would say in this concept, like what would Harry Potter say as a Dior ad? And then they take that, and then they also take an image of like now imagine each of the members like create Harry Potter in the style of like a Dior model, and they'll create an image of that, and then they'll have, once they've created that image, they'll go to like a video generative model and ask it that now animate this image using the text generated from this large language model of what Harry Potter would say, and then they slightly move the head, but it's mostly a still face saying things that a large language model told it to say. Anyway, that's all to say you have that exact same concept here, where like you have like, what would Aespa, you know, Karina say? And it looks like they use available data of Karina online to create an image of Karina where, you know, her face isn't, or her body isn't really moving, but her mouth is animated like one of these AI generated meme formats. So it was just really, you know, Lee Tae-min, or not Lee Tae-min, what is his name?
Lee Soo-man.
Lee Soo-man, there we go. He is realizing his vision, I guess, in a roundabout way, of AI in Aespa.
Culture, technology,
culture.
domination.
So I don't know where this is heading. The online banter of this song seems to be really hot right now. I think a lot of people are talking about this online. I think the song is kind of so-so, but because there's all this hype around it, it could become like the next like NCT sticker, the next you know, sperm, you know, what was their song?
What the?
Super M.
Chopping. So super.
Jopping. Yeah, jopping.
Jopping.
Like it could be the next one of those songs that you will still play, you know, 5 years later, and people, you know, get down to it because it's
remember
become a meme into itself and it's become its own movement. So this Supernova strikes me as meeting all that criteria.
Maybe.
And maybe the last time, I hate to say it, we see something like this because SM Entertainment is imploding.
So that's a Daebak for you?
I like how you summed it up. Yeah, sure. Yeah, I guess it's Daebak. There you go. It got me talking.
True. How about you?
Yeah. Yes, it's a Daebak for me as well. For those same reasons, I won't go over all of them. I was entertained by the music video. I was particularly entertained by the girls having superpowers and like crushing things with their nails and just like being effortlessly violent in the city.
Yeah.
I enjoyed watching
It was
that.
definitely, I mean, it was like
was very
Marvel
Aespa.
production because there's the flying around and then like but then
Yeah.
some of it was scary, like the burning, building, like the room in the building that was just burning and somebody's inside like texting and then there's a bullet gets shot and shatters the phone. I was like, I got scared. I was like, and then it was like, this is fun. So like it tugged at a lot of different things. So I guess I got to say Daebak too, because it was like, it was awesome, but it was just like, some of it was just like off-putting. I was like, what's going on?
Yeah, and intentionally off-putting.
did.
Like
It made you feel something.
like taking that selfie TikTok video inside of a burning building.
Yeah,
Like,
that was
is
just
that
like,
social commentary?
Yeah.
like-
No. I feel like a lot of it's social. I mean,
Yeah.
when you were talking about the deep fake part where they're just the lips are moving and stuff, and this is, what are they trying to say with that, right? That seems a lot of it. It's the thought that I had was it's like the RM video was talking about maybe, from my interpretation, social media and just the way where we are and stuff and choices and just life. And this video is doing the same thing, except it's just doing it in a different way, where it's just in the Marvel universe, and then they're hitting you with like a ton of images per capita of video. It's like, you know what I'm saying? Like every 2.2 seconds, there's a different whole concept. So how many concepts are in the entire video? Like probably like 300. You know what I mean? The beat itself, I like the breakdown part, and then the rest of it was all right to me. But I like the energy of it. I like the energy and I like the performance. Yeah.
You know what?
It's very high energy. It's great for working out. Yeah.
What maybe makes this so jarring against the existing landscape of like wonderful treasure find SM Entertainment concepts and music videos is that this one has a real aspect of violence in it. Like the members themselves are being like hit by like flying objects, falling on cars.
First frame was the car,
I
and
love
then
to
like
see it.
falling from a height. What's that an allegory for? You know what I mean? Yeah, it is violent. It's crazy.
I think we're probably gonna still talk about
like
this
it.
song. Like,
All right.
Sorry, Stephanie wants to move us along, but I mean, I think we're gonna be talking about this song next week and the week after. I think. And Stephanie's like, no, we're not.
No, we're not.
We'll see about that. I think drama will stay on the list.
Oh, for dance
And then
covers,
we'll see.
Yeah.
All right, moving on to our next.
Wait,
Let's go.
wait,
let's
Stephanie,
go.
are
Daebak or
you
not
Daebak
on
or-
Hyuna's new
are-
release.
She said-
What?
She
She
said
already
not.
said it.
I said it. I said Daebak.
Oh, okay.
I said Daebak.
So Q&A, go ahead.
Yes. Next,
You weren't feeling
Hyuna
it?
Q&A. Not.
I thought it was all right. I like the other one that samples the other record, the old Jung record. That one was fresh, but yeah, I don't know. It was
Oh
fine.
yeah.
Which song by Jung Hwa?
This one. Yeah. This one
Yeah,
was not
the-
fresh
the-
to me.
You know her hit from 2000 or whatever.
I should know this, but I don't.
You know what I'm talking about. But if you listen to the Hana record, that's what's going on. There's a flute part.
What do you think, Peter? Daebak or not?
I actually like the song itself. I even like the performance that they filmed after. So like when they shot the music video, they didn't have the choreography. According to one of these like YouTube Red or YouTube exclusive premium, whatever they call it on YouTube now, like reels that That's what she said. But then when they also showed the choreography video after, I like the choreography video a lot as well. It's Hyunifying things, being like, very sexy. I would say even like gratuitously sexy at moments. But I thought it was good. But I think what makes it not,
I'll have to check that out.
It's just like people questioning the personal life of the artist and letting that judge the work itself, which I think is very valid. Because that gives me pause as well. I don't dig Kiana's boyfriend.
Well,
We talking about Dawn?
No.
yep.
Not Don.
Old. No. Oh man.
But I thought he was heartbroken.
Where have you been?
No,
So
she
is he
broke
in the
up with him.
wings, like watching that, going, "Oh man, what's going on?"
It's what's his face? The guy from the Burning Sun scandal.
Oh,
Jun Hyung from Beast / Highlight.
plot thick.
Oh, yeah. And he was involved in the Burning Sun scandal, like sharing
I feel like
pictures without
I feel like
consent
her
of
life is
women
like a
with other.
like could be easily a
Yeah.
K-drama.
Oh, definitely could. Yeah.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay. So I'm gonna say Daebak on Q&A, not on Hannah's life choices.
All right.
All right.
Yep. That's fair. All right. Next we have Fatal Trouble by Hybe, which this is for a series called Dark Moon, or what is
I
Dark
don't know.
Moon? Okay, we're not sure. But the video was kind of just like a visualizer of them in like anime style,
Yeah.
riding in a train or something.
I'm Daebak on their
Their
snacks.
vocals are good. We got to hear Nikki singing.
yeah.
I'm Daebak on the food that they're eating in the music
Yeah.
video.
Oh yeah. For the carb. Yeah.
Okay, just watch it just for that.
I like the song, so I'll say Daebak. Yeah.
Yeah, it's slightly Daebak for me.
It's a good song.
It's well produced.
Yeah, I would agree.
I have to
Yeah, it's
listen
a
to it
good
again.
song. Like I'm not gonna like remember it. Yeah. All right. Next we have Zero Base One with Feel the Pop. What do we think?
It's bright. It's in their
Is this
vein.
a soda advertisement?
Oh yeah.
Right. I was thinking Sprite.
I don't know. I wasn't really feeling it. There's a sped up version too. I don't know. Whatever. I mean, it might.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Even more sped
It's
up.
weird. I don't know.
So I had a gig. So the gig I keep referring to this last weekend, it was called Noise, named after noise music, because K-pop fans keep misusing the term noise, and I've just given up correcting them. But it was referred to like AT, Stray Kids,
Yeah.
all the like boy Gen 3 through Gen 5, if you
Sure,
want to
sure.
say.
Banger clangers.
Exactly, banger clangers. So at that event, I had a number of requests for a Zero Base One. And even though Zero Base One isn't banger clanger, I think it tells you something about the girls who are into boy crush banger clangers. Zero Base One has a lane and is doing well with that same audience. And so I could see this song going over well. And I'm Daebak on potentially this group of fans also liking this song, and then me playing this song in the club.
Sounds good. Next we have Unite Geekin. This is like an underdog choice. Did we get to listen to it? I'm Daebak on it. This was almost my hit replay, to be honest. It's so fun. Why you geeking? Hey, why you fronting? Yeah,
Nice.
I'm into it. There's a line where one of them says, there's good VIBs.
That's
like
so
good
good.
vibes. And I was like,
know.
that is so K-pop. Like nobody says that here, but
I
K-pop
agree.
would think of
I like
that.
that too.
I feel like I need these guys dancing around me whenever I go to the gym. Just like in the music
Get the
video.
energy. Yeah.
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 Wait, you
Yeah.
going to? You been hitting the gym?
No,
hyping
no,
you
I,
up.
I have not
What?
been hitting the gym. I'm drinking beer right now.
No.
So, no, I think that this song is Daebak though. It's a fun song.
Nice.
Okay, I
All right.
second too here at the
Should
end.
we have 17 Maestro on here?
Oh, just
We
really
didn't
fast.
do this already?
No, we surprisingly didn't. So Daebak, or did we? Yeah, not.
I think we must have done this.
yeah.
You're not
okay.
feeling that one?
But I'm a not. I'm a not.
Okay. Daebak or
No.
Dijon, what did you say about Maestro?
Lame.
I wasn't knocked out.
Yeah, I
So
think we all
I'm
feel
a
that
not.
way. I played it in the club. People seem to react to it.
Yeah. They've had so many better
But yeah.
tracks.
Speaking of, La La Lee,
Yeah, I like that one.
Daebak or not on that one.
That went hard.
Oh, I haven't
That
heard
one-
it.
You know.
But
Yeah, yeah.
I'll believe
Yeah,
you guys.
like
it's
it.
a banger clanger.
Yeah.
All right, great.
Yeah. Okay.
Cool. All right. I love a good
All
banger
right.
clanger.
And now for the Hybe Adore Civil War, reporting from the front lines. But first, hang on. We need to play a special obligatory song brought to you by Stephanie. Hang on. How do I do this? Okay.
뉴진스 내일이거든요? 근데 어떻게 월요일 날
Such a
검사를 해?
treasure find on
이게,
TikTok.
이게 제정신이에요? 내가 이게 개같이 일했는데 아무 160억 뭐? 야 니네가 한 짓을 봐라 아저씨들이 미안하지만 개저씨들이 아저씨들이 미안하지만 개저씨들이 개새끼들한 것도 저는 개새끼 중요한 걸 알아 씨발 나 모르겠다 되게 맞다니 들어봐
She about to butt again.
Yeah.
Stephanie, you want to explain what that was really fast?
Yo. Okay. Yes. Extra credit if you can recognize what that is referencing. But that was a musicalized rendition of Min Hee-jin's press conference where she wore the baseball cap and the green sweater and basically spilled all the tea and went all in, calling the Hybe
Whoa.
executives bastards
What?
and sons of bitches and all of that. Yeah. So the press conference was an iconic moment in this saga, and not only has her outfit sold out like in all colors, all sizes, all stores, but yeah, now we even have like musical covers using her actual words from the press conference. So this
Wow.
issue is taking over in Korea. It's huge.
So I don't even know where to report in on on the state of the Civil War. What I think.
Well, can somebody catch me up on this? Like, lay the groundwork a little bit to exactly what happened.
Oh boy.
I could take a
I'm
shot.
out the loop. Yeah.
Because we're lacking our frontline correspondent.
All right, yeah, take a stab, Peter.
PD Nim, who
I know.
did all the research on this.
PD name.
But basically, John, the CEO of one of the Hybe sublabels, Adore, ADOR, who is responsible for New Jeans, the wildly successful group of last year, said that she wasn't being treated treated fairly, and that the group is kind of, or the parent company is enabling the different sub-labels to hijack the concepts, the sound, the aesthetic, and sabotage her own efforts for New Jeans. So her main point was eyelet magnetic, but surely you could see this across a number of like New Jeans similar concepts, the Seraphim similar concepts, and she has been trying to take Adore to become independent from Hybe due to this wildness treatment by Hybe, she claims. Now, Hybe has been, of course, hitting back strong on this, perhaps in a more polished, professional way. But what makes this such like a sensational tabloidy story was this press conference where Stephanie just talked about, where she's wearing this this outfit that has now become popular because she gave a press conference talking about all of this, giving her side of the story, with her two lawyers on both sides of her, kind of like face palming and trying to telling her to stop when she relented, and she still told her story and probably getting her in legal trouble. So this is a continually evolving story, with I think the latest being that she's now released, let's see, Hybe did an audit, and then Min Hye-jin released a statement about that audit. And we also have the parents of the New Jeans members now commenting on the situation.
Oh, yeah.
Did you share that Hybe has already identified Min Hye-jin's replacement?
No. Go into that,
They
Stephanie.
really want her out, and so they're preparing to replace her. Okay. That's all I heard a couple of days ago, and I honestly, we've been discussing this news item for the last few weeks, the last few episodes now, and my take from being involved in a big corporation, Google specifically, is that if somebody, even a director or executive, like goes rogue in the way that she has, then there's no way that she gets to stay, right? You cannot just openly humiliate and disrespect your company, your CEOs, your executives, and hope to, I don't know, like make it out alive. So she's taking huge risks, and I think Hybe has wanted her out for a while because she's unruly, can't be tamed, this kind of person. And that seems to be playing well with the Korean public or the netizens, this David and Goliath story, the feminism aspect, with the political, social climate being polarized around feminism and women in the workplace, receiving just overt sexism from male bosses, male executives. So that's a huge social cultural element to this as well, that Min Hye-jin is playing to her advantage. So that I think is maybe the bigger reason why everybody is tuned in, because they see themselves in this story. So many people go to work every day in these offices, these corporations, and they get abused and chewed out and pushed out and burned out every day. And so when they see Min Hye-jin out there in her no makeup look, baseball cap, they're like, yep, that's me, just over it. So yeah, I don't think she's going to be there that much longer. The question is what is she going to leave with?
What's your hunch?
I don't think she can leave with New Jeans. She's going to have to start over somewhere else. I don't know. I would be shocked if she gets to leave with them, because this is Hybe we're talking about, and they are the biggest moneymaker for Hybe, right?
They're like the collector, from Marvel. They have to collect all K-pop, all pop music, and assemble it under their one roof and hold it in that IP in perpetuity. So there's a lot of new and evolving updates on this that, quite frankly, I'm not the best person to comment on, just because I haven't been following the details closely. But the one thing that I've been just kind of semi-following on social media updates, so I'm hearing it through a very tabloidy way. So with all those caveats, it's just the parent dynamic. So evidently it sounds like some parents were told that New Jeans were probably going to go on a year-plus long hiatus after their next single, so that the label could find a major mainstream producer, which strikes me as not the right strategy for K-pop, just given how quickly K-pop moves and continues to move even faster, and you just become forgotten, unfortunately. So it's better to just keep producing, even if it's not top tier stuff. So I think that the parents.
And you mean to tell me there's not an in-house producer capable of making a New Jeans?
I'm sure they could find
yeah,
people, I'm sure. Yeah.
in their own building.
Or it'd be fun if like K-pop trainees or producers of different groups did music for New Jeans. That'd be fun.
That's where we're going.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's-
thank you very much for the
All right.
explanation. I appreciate
Are you
that.
feeling up to date, DJ John? You got it.
Okay. So moving on to what are we on now? SM.
What are we Daebaking? Her?
Oh, for the Hybe Civil War.
Oh yeah, and did we? Oh, we're not in Daebak.
We
We're not,
are.
are we?
It's under.
Are we? Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess we are. We just
That was
don't
an
usually
in-depth.
spend this much time on
Or
a
maybe
Daebak.
it should be its own section, the Civil War updates.
Wow, that's like a Hallyu thing. That's a
Yeah,
hot
I
issue
think
level.
maybe we should treat the Hybe Civil War.
Okay, that's getting its own
Yeah.
segment on the show now.
Okay. So now let's go on to other Daebak or Not items. So are you so Daebak or Not sensational news headlines? So are you Daebak or Not on SM Entertainment's Q2 through Q4 plans? So in Q2, Aespa will have a full length album. Armageddon, we're seeing that now. Rise will have a mini album called Rising. In Q3, we'll have Navis. What? Really?
Navis? Okay.
Nevis, and they're gonna have a AI debut single. Oh, I am Daebak on that alone. Even if it's really bad, I'm Daebak on it. Just the fact that they're committing to it, I am
Not.
Daebak. In Q4, they're gonna have a new girl group, as well as a new British boy group with Moon and Back.
Oh yeah. Gotta have a 5th gen girl group.
Yeah.
British boy group.
I can't
Not.
be Daebak or not on anything that's like gonna happen in the future. Like I need to see it.
But
hear it.
I'm Daebak on them just committing to the bit on Nevis.
Sure you can.
Because we love her. Even if,
I mean,
if
what-
it's going to be weird
I don't know.
and wrong.
What if the album's? What if the Aespa album's whack? Besides that
Not
one
a
song.
person.
Or what if the Rise mini album's no good?
Then we'll go back and we'll find
That's what
your
I'm-
voice
that's what I'm
saying
saying.
you endorsed it,
That's
and we
what I'm
will
saying.
embarrass you on the next episode.
All right,
That's
I
the
guess.
fun.
Y'all
You
are
gotta
crazy.
stand 10 toes in it.
Take a risk. All right.
Take a gamble.
I'm Daebak on it all, including the British boy group. Then
Okay, sounds good. Stephanie, you're not?
Okay. I mean, I'm not on an AI single. Like, get out of here. And then I'm really not on a British boy group in
Or
K-pop.
Asian.
Are they gonna be Korean? I'm sorry.
come on.
Right? At least Asian.
That's racist.
I don't want to see no white boys.
All right.
Sorry.
Okay, last but not least, other Daebak or Not sensational news items. Stray
Speaking of
Kids
racism.
racism at Met Gala. So
Oh.
apparently Stray Kids were hit with racism at the Met Gala photo line. Who's familiar with this? Who can speak to like what happened?
I read the article. Some photographers were saying things like something like I don't know, sayonara. They said some Japanese thing to them or something. This just kind of, I don't know. I just think it was a big
God.
hot cup of nothing. Personally, it was just like okay, because
What was said? What was said?
I heard in the audio, the photographer saying stuff like, so the Stray Kids members, okay, there's a lot of members, right? And they all posed for the cameras, like spread out so that all of them could have space for their outfit and their look to be appreciated. But this one photographer was like hounding them to get
Right.
closer together so that he could get all of them in one shot. And was also saying stuff like, smile,
Right,
please,
right.
like be more expressive, God, and just being an ass about it. And like that whole thing that
how is
Asian
that a
people
thing?
are not expressive
says
or they
that?
don't smile, like that's racism, straight up.
is it?
That's old Asian racism. Old. Yeah, that Asians are inscrutable and you can't tell how they're feeling and they're robotic. Like,
No,
you
I
know,
don't know. I mean,
No,
that's never
that
been.
just
That's never
passed
been
you
a
by.
stereotype for me. I've never heard
that's
that.
a
But
big stereotype.
I don't know if that's a thing. Then I guess so.
So
Yeah.
apparently,
I guess so. It
That's
just
like
sounds
it's
the
like
photographer's an
minstrelsy
idiot,
days.
But
It's
I
an
don't
old
know.
school.
If it's racism, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So-
I guess if the photographer was being
It's
racist,
like
then,
unconscious.
yeah, maybe they should
Yeah.
have been fired. But
Some
who,
of the
who were
other-
they a photographer for? Like for the Met Gala? Or was it just a paparazzi? Because if it was just a paparazzi, it's like
I
they're
don't
all
know.
like that.
I
That's
forgot
not
who they're working
new.
for.
And that's not has anything to do with anything. They're just obnoxious.
I know people on social media like found who the guy is and they like put his info all out on social media so he could get canceled.
Well, I don't think you can cancel a
That's what happens.
photographer.
He's not going to say
unless
that
it's
stuff
like
again.
a famous photographer or something. But like photographer, nobody knows any photographers' names.
They're just like harassing him online, I think.
All right,
They like
well,
found
good,
his
I guess,
profiles
if he
or
was
something.
being an idiot.
some
Yeah.
of the other comments include, I've
Stephanie,
never
you're so funny.
seen so unemotional faces in my life. The robots, arigato.
Oh yeah, that's what he said.
It's like,
And what? I don't know. Like I've heard way worse.
Oh God.
Way worse than that. But
someone-
that's just me.
someone said everybody jump, implying that the boy band members were short.
But how is that race? Like I don't understand how that's racist. Like they could say that to TLC back in the days, and they were all short. I met them. They were this short. And I wouldn't. If I was a photographer and I was being an idiot, I would have been like, "What? Is that really an Asian thing? Like
It's
all
a
Asians
sore
are short?"
spot.
I think it's more
I'm 6
sore
feet
with
tall, man. Like I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah,
Yes.
John.
Where have you
But I
been?
think it's just that the prevailing stereotype against Asians are just that they're all short. So
Short kings.
short kings, sure.
Short kings.
But,
Stand your ground.
But
And robots.
This is just
Short kings. Yeah.
this
there
is
you
just
go. We
playing
love a
into the
short king.
existing narrative of what
I
the
hear you. Okay.
stereotype are.
You don't have to convince me. Like I know people are racist.
Yeah.
Yeah, and come on, it's Asian American History Month, right? Heritage Month. How do you say it? Isn't it ANHPI
I know it's
Heritage
true.
Month? So at least don't say that stuff in this month. We'll catch you in June.
Just
was
wait
funny.
a couple days.
All right.
All right, next.
Yeah.
We got to wrap it up, y'all.
That's spelled
What
wrong.
is this?
Don't say.
Apparently, idols are paid
Oh, yeah, yeah,
$35
yeah, yeah.
Who's
to
that?
perform
Oh,
on
don't
music
say.
shows.
Claims
was
idols
misleading.
are paid.
That was misleading. Because they get paid $35 to perform, but it was like that was a technical thing, and like they actually get paid a lot more with other things that go on. But technically, that's the fee or something like that. But as a group, they get a lot more. So it was just I don't know. It was just like whatever. I don't know.
Yeah, it seems like we need more context. Like how much money and other benefits are they getting as their whole compensation package? That would be nice to know.
Okay. So are we Daebak or not on that?
But if that's true and they're slumming
it's
it,
like,
they're not
but if you
paid
go
that
on like
much,
whatever
then
the
they're
shows
not.
are, you were talking about like Inky Gaio or one of those, then it's like, there is leverage there because it's like, that's exposure. So it's like, that's what you get, but you're also getting in front of like, you're on television. So what do you want,
That's the game.
Yeah,
I don't
I'm not on nebulous and confusing compensation
That's the
for performing on these shows. I'm not on these shows themselves becoming less relevant. What seems to be more relevant is that stairwell and what people do in front of it on TikTok. And I'm not on no one getting paid in this industry anymore. I think it's universal, like in front of and behind the camera. It's just not a lucrative segment like it used to be.
Yeah.
Okay, Daebak or not on Co-Ed Queer Liberation Group coming out soon from
This year.
who is this?
Oh, on X. Yeah.
The group is called To They. It's a reference to non-binary
and a
identity.
six
they've
in
been.
the they. So instead of a E, it's a 6.
Yeah. Why is there a 6?
There's 5 members.
Oh, okay. To They. 5 members.
This is like,
I mean, yeah. Do we call it co-ed? Do they identify as non-binary? I don't know. I'm interested. I'm intrigued to learn more. Daebak. And they have a rainbow in their icon, their avatar.
Yeah.
Is that saying something?
Yeah.
They look cute.
I'm just still bothered by the numbering of, like, you
Oh,
know,
yeah.
Fort
The
Town
name.
has like 5 members. They've got a 6 in the name, but there's 5 members.
Oh yeah, I was
maybe
actually
somebody
reading. I was like
identifies as
1, 2, 3,
two
4,
things
5,
or something,
6,
you know,
right?
maybe,
No,
like, adds
it's like no,
an
it's
extra-
5 members.
You know what I'm saying? It could be that.
Oh yeah, there is they them plural.
They're gonna have like some convoluted numbering thing, like 17.
Sure.
I mean, we're talking about it.
Oh yeah, 17. Oh.
Okay, but in short, I'm
Okay.
I'm pro. I'm
table
Daebak
that, but that is an ongoing issue in
inclusivity.
K-pop.
So Daebak on Crit Liberation Group.
You better be.
Great.
I'm just kidding.
Okay, that wraps it up for this episode.
I know it's almost June.
I've got
Don't
Pride
piss
events
off.
coming up, so yeah. Okay.
Happy Pride
All
coming
right.
up.
Are you? Let our listeners know where they can find you all online. Oh, not my main audience anymore. We decided that we're gonna chase hetero girls who like K-pop. That's our new. Not
Incel
incel males.
males.
What are you? Yeah.
Oh okay.
You guys are hilarious.
Oh
Okay. So anyway, let our listeners know where they can find you each online. So DJ John, you're up first.
You can find me at DJ John Official everywhere, like with the @ symbol, djjohn.com, spelled JON for those listening, and put a H in my name. Don't do it.
Wait, John, plug your latest mix. Your latest mix.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, the mix that I did with like Beyonce, Taylor Swift and stuff over
yeah.
K-pop beats. So if you're like a Swiftie and a Hive,
Yeah.
Beehive or whatever, and like Jack Harlow and whoever else, but then you also like, you know, K-pop too, and New Jeans. I made an entire like
New
60-minute like mashup mixtape of just like American like artists over K-pop and vice versa. And you guys were very supportive, so I appreciate you listening. I love
it's
making it.
really satisfying to
thank
listen
you.
to it.
Yeah.
Like
What
I've
was your
listened to it
favorite
like
part
3
of
or
it?
4
Do you
times
have a
now.
favorite?
I love it. Yeah.
Like a blend or something. My favorite personally was
Oh.
the
Oh,
guy
gosh.
from Shiny on You over the Cameron beat. I was like, that's in key. Yeah, that was a
Ooh,
good
yeah.
discovery for me. So there's that.
Yeah.
Yeah. I love
Yeah,
Thank
your
you. I
in
love it.
key stuff is just like so satisfying, right? Oh, I'm trying to remember, but yeah, what you did with the Jack Harlow beat, like blending that was really fun.
Yeah, over the
and
Amine
you brought
Caroline
in
joint, right?
2NE1
Yeah, that was
in
fun.
an
That was
unexpected
definitely
way.
fun.
Yes, exactly. Yeah, there were just like these nice little surprises I didn't expect.
All right, and you can follow. Oh, Stephanie. Stephanie's next.
Peter's face. Oh yeah, right. You can find me at Catchlight27 on Instagram and on the Slack.
My K-pop dance class. Oh, Stephanie's dance class.
Oh, is this going well?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't wait until the next K-pop dance fitness party because the first one was lit and sold out, and so we're definitely going to do another one. Stay tuned to find out the next date.
I'm at DJ Peter Lowe. You can follow me for K-pop parties and stuff in the Bay Area. And you can follow all of us on Slack. Don't forget to chip in for our editing costs on Ko-fi. We've got a link to that in the episode description as well. All right. Bye, everyone.
She is certified free. 10 days a week. The way she's moving got me crazy, got me weak. She is certified.